China has been attempting to keep their currency in the sweet spot of booming exports while maintaining value in a foreign exchange and domestic usage. Bitcoin has been used by many as a way to safely transport their currency out of yuan, with capital controls being ever present and tracking technology becoming more pervasive. People have been more savvy about their methods. Where there is a natural boom, however, there are those looking to gamble. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. Today we will have our focus on China and Bitcoin. Obviously, they're making big news recently. We're looking at Bitcoin in China crashing 40%, and big changes have been made. So let's get to it right away. Just want to show you this little chart here showing you the price that has come about recently, and you will see the peak that took place on the 5th of January, and now it is several $100s below that high. And it is, this happens to be bitcoinity.org. Very good site if you're into Bitcoin, just to see where everything is at this time. And then I wanted to show you this, just basically the market itself, the Bitcoin market. It's a pie chart just showing you who it's split between, essentially 3 companies. China's Bitcoin exchange quietly made policy updates overnight. I'm not going to read you the whole thing. I just wanted you to know that there have been changes that have been made. China's major Bitcoin exchanges halted or otherwise updated their lending-based Bitcoin trading services. First reported by China-based Bitcoin traders and market observers, and they appear to have quietly adjusted their terms, though only BTCC had moved to issue a formal comment confirming the changes. They get into it in here, but essentially what we are looking at is, I believe, in part to sort of prevent any sort of speculation or reduce the amount of speculation. And we've seen this taking place in other markets, not just Bitcoin, but it seems to be that when you allow speculation, it will take place. That's just the way it is. When you allow margins, when you allow things to take place like the derivatives, you see those expand. And that's just a natural force. Give people the opportunity and they will surely take it. There's much more going on here. We're just covering the basics, okay? This individual is talking about building up his personal fortune of more than 2 million yuan. He worked at this internet company, and he saw most of that wealth go up in smoke on January 5th when China's Bitcoin market crashed, sending the price of the virtual currency plunging 40% in just a few hours after lunch. So let's say this would happen to you, and you owned a particular stock or commodity or whatever that was, and you thought, okay, it's going down, it's down 10%, it's down 20%, I'm going to sell. I'm going to log into my account. Let me just try and log in here. Oh, wait a minute. It's giving me a message. I can't log in. Well, what the hell am I going to do? I'm going to phone them. I'm going to call them. Oh, sorry, sir, but the exchange has prevented you from logging in intentionally. There's a little problem right now. You can't get your money out. You can't do anything with your trades. And unfortunately, the value is still declining. This will happen. Not talking about Bitcoin. I'm talking about markets. Okay? There will be markets that you will be left out of your money. That's why I'm so scared of the people that do shorting, because they say, look, everything is going to hell. I realize that, so I'm going to short the market. This is a way to potentially make a lot of money. I'm not disagreeing with that. But what if you get locked out? That is a huge concern that is not being discussed. And that's the one reason why I'm not suggesting people short the market. There's more in here. Basically what they said was that because he was unable to log in to his account on the biggest platform for Bitcoin, he could not sell his holdings or top up his principal to meet the margin call. By the time he logged in, most of the Bitcoins in his account had been compulsorily sold off by the company, and the way this works, see, they made that decision for him. I mean, he couldn't log in. It's not like it was his own doing that he forgot about it or whatever. He was not allowed to log in. What happens if that was your, Apple stock or Amazon stock? You'd be a pretty pissed off person. I'm not going to deny that. Now, speculation. Look at this. Derivatives products, leverage betting, and program trading. Okay? It's starting to look a lot like the different exchanges of, the foreign exchanges and all the others. Derivatives, I mean, come on. Appear to be spreading in the largely unregulated Bitcoin market. Such practices are thought to be responsible for pushing up the price by more than 260% since early 2016. I don't believe that it is just this that's going on. I mean, more people are definitely involved in Bitcoin right now. I think it is definitely more stable than it was prior to 2013. But there cannot be this speculation to be allowed. I want to know your thoughts on that. I'm not an expert on Bitcoin, that's for sure. I know you guys know that. But I just don't like to see speculation. I like to see people organically going in and investing in it, using it as a method of transfer, using it and sharing their opinions on it while there is the Bitcoin mining happening. All that while things are becoming more steady and stable. But when you allow something like a derivative, I mean, that's garbage. Can't allow that in there if you want this to be something that the other markets are not. Let's see what we can do in terms of that. Look at this here. As you see, Chinese leaders meeting in Davos, elite as voters revolt. And all I have to say for this is basically the fact that China is getting definitely more attention here as time goes on, being included in the IMF basket. We are seeing them really have a more prominent role in the new world order. That's all I wanted to say for that. We'll see what happens with the whole Davos World Economic Forum meetings. The U.S., this is interesting, the U.S. should prepare for a military clash. That's according to a state-run Chinese tabloid newspaper. What I would say about this, all I want to say is that basically the nominee, U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, said that he wanted a blockade of the South China Sea. There's been a lot of tension around that. There's been a lot of problems that have gone on because of this. And to have a blockade is, in fact, a declaration of war. This right here would ultimately send the world into World War III, perhaps temporarily a Cold War. It could expand very quickly, as you know. To suggest that is very dangerous. I hope that doesn't go that way. But the fact that they're saying prepare for a clash is threatening words. That's coming from state-run media. It's not coming from the state itself, of course. And then we have an issue that is always something that I worry about. And that is a YouTube channel of influential conservative politics and law website Legal Insurrection has been removed by YouTube, citing copyright infringement claims. How many times have I talked about this? How many times have I done videos about this? Copyright infringement is going to get a lot of people shut down. Now, it might come back up. Sure, might not be a problem. You might get your channel back, but you get one strike against you. And what happens after it happens again and again and again? This is the problem. Now, yes, they were using copyright content, but claiming that it was in fair use. And I tell people all the time, do not use copyright content because they're just going to flip a switch and there are going to be a whole bunch of your favorite channels shut down. All of the images that you see that I use for the screenshots are pictures that I've taken myself. So, of course, I have to sort of stretch the imagination a little bit sometimes, but it's something that I can claim it's my own. I took the picture myself. They're never going to shut me down as a result of that. I do use articles, and perhaps one day they'll say that's not allowed either, but nothing on the screenshot, and I don't show videos. That is a big no-no because there's audio in there, and the audio is being read and being read by the algorithms of Google and YouTube, and they're able to determine that it is copyright content. This is just one of many that have happened. And I say once again, do not use copyright content if you want your channel to stay up. And if you found the video informative, then you'll definitely find my book, The Money GPS, even more informative. You can actually look through the book if you go over to Amazon, where they have a look inside feature that will allow you to flip through the pages of the book and see if you like it. Take care.